Hello class, it's time for Mathematics Grade 9. In this video, we're going to learn about solving quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. Example 1, solve the quadratic equation 8x squared plus 2x minus 55 equals 0 by using the quadratic formula. For the solution, write the equation in standard form and identify the values of a, b, and c. So in this example, the value of a is equal to 8, the value of b is equal to 2, and the value of c is equal to negative 55. Substitute the values of a, b, and c to the quadratic formula, then simplify. And the quadratic formula is represented by x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let us substitute the values of a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. X equals negative times b, so negative times 2 because the value of b is 2. Bring down plus and minus square root of b squared, and the value of b is 2, so 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 8, times c, which is negative 5, all over 2 times a, which is 8. Then, x equals negative 2 plus minus square root of, the value of 2 squared is 4. And then, you have to multiply these three numbers. Negative 4 times 8 is negative 32. Negative 32 times negative 55 is positive 1,760. All over 2 times 8 is 16. And then, x equals negative 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus 1,760 all over 16. Adding the numbers inside the radical sign, so negative 2 plus minus square root of 4 plus 1,760 is 1,764 divided by 16. Next is get the square root of 1,764, and the square root of 1,764 is 42. So, negative 2 plus minus 42 divided by or all over 16. We have to separate the plus and minus sign in 42. So, x sub 1 is equal to negative 2 plus 42 all over 16. And x sub 2 is equal to negative 2 minus 42 all over 16. Simplifying, negative 2 plus 42 is positive 40 over 16. And then get the lowest term. Since 40 is not divisible by 16, just get the lowest term. So 40 and 16 are both divisible by 8, or greatest common factor nila ay 8. So 40 divided by 8 is 5. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So x sub 1 is equal to 5 over 2. Next is, in x sub 2, negative 2 minus 42 is negative 44 divided by 16. Again, we cannot divide exactly the negative 44 by 16, so just get the lowest term by dividing the numerator and denominator by the GCF. So the greatest common factor is 4. Negative 44 divided by 4 is 11, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So, x sub 2 is equal to negative 11 over 4. So, these are the roots of the given quadratic equations. Example 2, 2x squared equals 1 minus 2x. So, first, arrange in standard form. Dahil kailangan nating makancel yung positive 1 at saka negative 2x in the right side, so, use addition property of equality. Ang ka-opposite ng negative 2x ay positive 2x, kaya plus 2x on both sides. And then, yung positive 1, ang ka-opposite din niya ay negative 1. So, minus 1 on both sides of the equation. So, 2x squared plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 1 minus 2x plus 2x minus 1. So, bring down 2x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals, cancel na yung 1 minus 1 and also negative 2x plus 2x. So, 0 na po on the right side of the equation. So, this is the standard form. After that is identify the value of A, B, and C. So, A is 2. The value of B is also 2. And the value of C is equal to negative 1. Substitute in the quadratic formula, that is x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Then, x equals negative times b, so that is 2, plus minus square root of b squared, so 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 1, all over 2 times a, which is 2. So, x equals negative times positive 2 is negative 2, plus minus square root of 2 squared is 4, and then negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. So, plus 8 all over 2 times 2 is 4. Next is x equals negative 2 plus minus yung 4 plus 8 i-add, so square root of 12 divided by 4. So, x is equal to negative 2 plus minus, kunin ang square root ng 12. Since ang 12 ay not perfect square, so if-factor na lang natin kung meron pa siyang factor na may square root. So, 12, ang factors niya ay 4 times 3. Yung 4 ay may square root. All over 4. So, x is equal to negative 2 plus minus, kunin ang square root ng 4. So, ilalabas sa radical sign, sa square root sign. So, square root ng 4 ay 2. Square root of 3. All over 4. So, x is equal to, we have to simplify the answer. Look at each number outside the radical sign. So, we have 2, negative 2, plus minus 2, and then all over 4. Yang tatlong numbers na yan, titignan nyo kung may GCF. So, may GCF po yung tatlong numbers na iyan. 2, 2, 4. So, ang GCF ay 2. Para ma-simplify, divide each number by 2. Hindi kasama yung nasa loob ng radical sign. So, magiging negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1 plus minus 2 divided by 2 is 1. No need to write 1. Invisible na po na may 1. Then, copy na lang po square root of 3 all over yung 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, this is the answer already. Hindi po pwedeng i-add yung nasa taas kasi negative 1 at saka square root of 3, hindi sila pwedeng i-combine. Pwede naman din po x sub 1 is equal to negative 1 plus square root of 3 all over 2. And x sub 2 is equal to negative 1 minus square root of 3 all over 2. So, that's it for example 2. Example number 3, x squared minus x equals negative 4. So, arrange in standard form dahil may negative 4 on the right side. Para makancel ito, ang ka-opposite ay positive 4. So, add 4 on both sides of the equation. So, x squared minus x plus 4 is equal to yung negative 4 plus 4 on the right side ay 0 na. So, this is already the standard form. So, the value of A in here is 1, numerical coefficient ng x squared. Ang value ng B is negative 1, numerical coefficient ng x. At ang value ng C ay positive 4, which is the constant term. And then, substitute in the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is denoted by x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, let us substitute each values. X equals negative, laging may negative muna, times the value of b, which is negative 1, plus minus square root of b ay negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, ang a ay 1, times c, which is 4, divided by 2 times the value of a, which is 1. Simplifying, we will get x equals, yung negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, plus minus square root of, yung negative 1 squared is 1, and then multiply negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, times 4 is negative 16. So, minus 16 kasi negative 16 nga ang product, divided by 2 times 1 is 2. So, x is equal to 1 plus minus square root of 1 minus 16 is negative 15 divided by 2. Okay, and then kapag naka-encounter tayo ng square root of negative numbers, that is imaginary. Okay? So, x is equal to 1 plus minus square root of yung negative 15, i-factor natin as negative 1 times 15 all over 2. So, x is equal to 1 plus minus, yung negative 1, ang square root niya ay I, meaning imaginary. Square root of 15 divided by 2. So, that is already the answer. Dahil yung 15 naman ay wala na pong square root, kaya nasa loob pa rin po siya ng parenthesis. Or you can separate, x sub 1 is equal to 1 plus I square root of 15 all over 2. And x sub 2 is equal to 1 minus I square root of 15 all over 2. That's it for example number 3. Example number 4, 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. So it is already in standard form. So let us just identify the value of a. So that is 3. The value of b is negative 5. And the value of c is negative 2. The quadratic formula is denoted by x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, x equals, bring down muna yung negative sign, times the value of b, which is negative 5, plus minus square root of, yung b ay negative 5, and then squared, minus 4 times the value of a is 3 times the value of c is negative 2 all over 2 times a, which is 3. Simplifying, x equals negative times negative 5 is positive 5 plus minus square root of yung negative 5 squared is 25. And then multiply negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 2 is positive 24. all over 2 times 3 is 6. So x is equal to 5 plus minus square root of 25 plus 24 is 49 divided by 6. And then get the square root of 49. So x is equal to 5 plus minus, ang square root ng 49 ay 7 divided by 6. Separate the plus and minus sign, so we will have x sub 1 is equal to 5 plus 7 divided by 6. So that is equal to 5 plus 7 is 12 divided by 6. So x sub 1 is equal to 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Next is x sub 2 is equal to 5 minus 7 divided by 6. So that is equal to 5 minus 7 is negative 2 divided by 6. So x sub 2 is equal to negative 2 divided by 6. Hindi naman pwede nang i-divide yan. So GCF na lang para makuha ang lowest term. So 2, negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1 over yung 6 divided by 2 is 3. So negative 1/3. And that is the x sub 2. There you have it, the answers for example 4.